The rescue and recovery operation at the collapsed building in George continues today, 1 week after the disaster. The death toll is 20, while 32 remain unaccounted for. But for the latest from George, let's cross over to our reporter, Vanessa Poonah. Vanessa, I know that we still have 20 that have been declared dead, but I'm seeing that there has been a revised figure that's just been announced. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit more as to what's happening on the scene in George.
Yes, Leanne, good morning to you. The figure of the people that have been recovered from the site, it has changed. I'm standing by with Mr. Niels Barnard. He is the fire chief here in George to give us that update. Of course, we do know that the efforts have continued and will continue for a few days still in terms of recovery, but also rescue. Mr. Barnard, good morning to you. Revised figures this morning. You have worked overnight again, and you say that the numbers of those that have been recovered deceased have changed.
Yeah, definitely. Good morning. Definitely, yeah. We're standing at the total of 23 at the moment. During the night, we recovered 3 more bodies. So they're currently busy still, but we're going forward with the process, with the recovery during the day, and we hope we can find more.
Just early on, I spoke to Mr. Gerard Otto from Disaster Management, and he was saying that the process to identify people is expedited. He's indicated that so far one of the deceased has been positively identified, and of course that police and all the services are working to expedite that process, because yesterday we heard once again the emotions running high in the hall behind me, with family members appealing to the police minister when he was addressing them for that process to be expedited. Today, of course, marks a week since the building collapsed.
Yeah, that's actually in the hands of the police services, and I know they're working very hard on that, and it makes it difficult for us because we haven't got exact figures how many people we are still looking for. So, but the process is going on, and we hope we can find more bodies, and so that we can go ahead and finish up this process.
A moment of joy early on in the week when Mr. Gabriel Gwambe was pulled out of this wreckage of this building alive. A week in, does that hope remain for more of the same?
Yeah, we're still working towards the basement of the building, and we discovered a few voids, as I said yesterday, and we went into that voids with cameras. So, and that's where we were lucky to retrieve, to get out 4 more the victims out of the building yesterday. But we're going on floor by floor. We actually reached the shaft yesterday as well. We did go down in the shaft, but unfortunately the building rubble is falling into the shaft, so we must just first get that out again.
I'm also going to ask you, in terms of that building rubble falling into the shaft, thus far, a week later, injuries with regards to the rescue personnel. I mean, we do know that I spoke to a gentleman from the excavators just now, saying that they are working hard. We've seen them working hard for the past week. Have there been any injuries to rescue personnel? How is the morale at this stage? It's been a long 7 days.
The morale is good at the moment, because every time we recover the body, the morale is picking up again. So I think the guys is just doing their best, and the operators of the machines, they are really the best I've seen before. They're working very, very carefully, and yeah, we just hope we can carry on with the process and make a success of it.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Barnard, this morning. Of course, they're the fire chief of George, speaking to us, Leanne, on the latest update with regards to those that have been recovered from the site behind me. We do also know that the Human Rights Commission is expected to visit the site and also interact with family members that are still unaccounted for this morning. We also know that the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, as well as the Deputy Minister of International Relations, is also due to come to visit the site today for more engagements, Leanne, with the relative authorities here, relevant authorities, as well as with the families of those people that are still accounted for, waiting for identification processes to be complete, of course, for that much needed closure at this time.
All right, Vanessa Poonah, thanks very much for that update. So, yes, indeed, as has been recapped, there is now a rise in that death toll to 23. They say 32 people remain unaccounted for, but as you heard from Colin there from the rescue teams, they still not exactly certain as to how many people are actually trapped under the rubble. So this story still very, very much so in focus.